Good afternoon, everyone. I am Jean L. Balansag. I will discuss the human act. What is human act? An act that is performed only by a human being and that is proper to man. Every act that a human being does is a distinctively human act. Some acts that human beings do are performed by also animals. Vegetative acts and acts of perceptions and of emotions. So human act is a kind of actions that are proper by a human to reflect her or her character and behavior, either a good or bad act, because every act we takes are responsible. Living a Christian life 2013 are actions that are proper to a human. This is the crucial element of why full consent and knowledge of the actions must be present. One must freely use his or her intellect and free will when acting. Human acts reveal the value of responsibility or accountability. So human actions are the result of mind and will. They are the expressions of ideas and the three characteristics of human actions. So number one, knowledge. When a person engages in an actions deliberately, they are conscious. All senses are engaged sensory perceptions and functions, aware of why they are doing it, and know of the effects it will have on others. Through freedom, an act carried out when the performer chooses to take it on his own without being forced by someone else or their circumstances. So, voluntary, a person does a purposeful act when they are agree to it, accept responsibility for it, and declare it their own experience. I had a friend before that every time she laughed, she hit my shoulder. It is considered a free will act because she is aware of what she's doing. So let's proceed the kind of human acts. Explicit acts are those performed by the will and are not bodily internalized. So explicit act, it means act that without bodily movement. So wish to consider for something, stanchions the desired thing in attain, consent the decisions to implement, means to employ in attaining what is desired. Use the command of the will to the other executive powers of the agents. Fruitions, the enjoyment of attaining what was desired. So commands acts are those done either by man's mental or bodily powers under the command of the will. So it means either internal or external. So example of internal actions, conscious reasoning. Example of external actions is walking, eating, laughing, listening. So let's proceed the moral distinctions. Human behavior can be classified as moral, immoral, or amoral based on how closely it complies or does not comply with the standard of morality. If a person makes a decision, of course, they have resolved and actions that have consequence. So moral, those that adhere to morality standard. Example, telling the truth. Immoral actions are not in conformity with norm. Amoral are individuals who maintain a neutral of indifferent instance toward the moral standard. Like for example, a selfish person. He or she doesn't concern others. He cares for his own the intrinsic and extrinsic evil. The opposite of intrinsic evil is the extrinsic evil, whereas an action that is inherently evil because it is entirely at odds with reason, natures, and God. For instance, a truth is true, so be it. A lie is a statement that is inaccurate at dissenting, that is made with the aim of misleading. The truths cannot simultaneously be true or good, and untrue is bad. A lie is always false because it is a fundamental wrong and misleading. Therefore, telling is lie is all human being. We already know what is right and wrong because it differs from our actions, which happen independently of our will. Our minds are connected to our actions. It is clear that once a human act is used with voluntary knowledge and freedom, a person is responsible for his and her actions. For example, killing someone is a murder. It is considered a human act.